The alarming future and why the old order will be destroyed. Has the process already begun and it cannot be stopped? The world is changing and this is becoming more and more noticeable every day. People's old worldview no longer works in the modern world. Today, the concept of a new world order is being developed and new relationships between people will be, while the process of reformatting the old world into a new one is being unveiled before our eyes. Tens of thousands of years ago, our planet was not a godforsaken darkness, but almost the center of the universe, of course, not physically. Humans have reached an unprecedented level of development, both in the field of technology and in the spiritual sphere. And these were people who had many special abilities: telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation. They moved freely in space, explored new worlds, and built numerous colonies even on planets that were not suitable for life. They constantly created, and these people could be called gods or sky gods, whatever. Now, the antiquity, the mythology and legends tell us. And although these people were in physical bodies, they possessed truly divine capabilities. They didn't need transport, communications, and other things that we now surround ourselves with. Their abilities were simply limitless. In fact, a person can travel alone through the universe without any special devices. He can communicate with anyone, including the Creator himself, and there is nothing unusual in this. It's just that for this you need to have completely different qualities that are now lost to us. But for every force, there is another force, and the golden age of humanity ended. The earth has been captured and enslaved by dark entities, and we're left with only ancient artifacts and buildings that prove that a higher developed civilization lived on earth before us. It's only known that the earth and the solar system were subjected to impacts of unprecedented destructive force. The moons, planets, and asteroids on which human colonies flourished were destroyed. The earth was completely transformed. The position of the continents changed. Terrible disasters and cataclysms destroyed almost all living things. A pitiful bunch of survivors gathered on earth, and it was necessary to start everything from scratch. And humans would have succeeded, but the invaders had completely different plans. The essence of dark civilizations fed on the energy of the low vibrations: fear, hatred, energy of pain and death. People were enslaved, stripped of all their abilities. At birth, children were given a block and did not allow them to be free and have the right to choose. Humans degenerated very quickly, and after just a few generations, a huge farm for producing low vibrant energy was formed on Earth, and this farm still exists. As sad as it is, we're still in slavery to the Dark Ones, and we live under their constant control and intensively generate the energy of negative emotions. Wars, sacrifices, epidemics, natural disasters, all these are skillful manipulations of the Dark Ones to get what they want, but it's time to change everything. The forces of darkness have set up a farm on Earth. They claim, and over many thousands of years, they managed to turn people into some kind of animals who are only interested in food, material wealth, and the possibility of reproducing their own kind. And these people still do not shine with special intelligence because they are too down to earth and do not understand that they are actually under a tight cap of control. The process has begun. The Dark Ones are by no means fools. They understood perfectly well that people are unreliable creatures, and today they produce a lot of the necessary energy, but tomorrow they can produce a meager amount. In order not to suffer in lean years, energy reserves were created. In 2005, batteries were destroyed by the forces of light, and then the Dark Ones realized that their sweet life was ending. The process of formatting the Earth was quite long. It takes a lot of effort to clean the Augean stables. It's necessary not only to destroy the entire system of the Dark Ones, but also to change the consciousness of people, raise their vibration, and bring them out of the blocked state. Humanity must remember that it was once powerful and omnipotent, the goal of the forces of light is to return the golden age to Earth. The Dark Ones do not need such a term of events at all. They are doing everything to keep the old world unchanged, creating conditions for humanity to produce as much negative energy as possible. And they have done especially well. But the Light Ones have their own plan. They've already intervened, and the process of reformatting the Earth has begun to the point of no return to the past, and as was back in about a decade ago. The matrix, aka the farm in which humanity was imprisoned, began to collapse. A stream of high-frequency energy poured onto Earth, and the Dark Ones not only perceive this energy, they cannot live in such vibrations, so they gradually began to close down their feeder. But it's not easy for people either. Many will not be able to withstand high-frequency energies and will go into rebirth. We were born in a difficulty to transform into this our earth into heaven, cleansing ourselves from low emotional greed, anger, envy, hatred, revenge, guilt, shame, all that is evil, and come to love, inspiration, beauty, joy, purity, harmony. The future of humanity is determined. It will definitely be awakened and regain its former abilities and harmony. An irreversible process has begun, with one of the options for solving the problems of evil on our planet being its complete destruction, and then it will be possible to build a new world without looking back in the past. But the final decision was to figure out what led humanity to such a consequence and how it can be corrected. What awaits us in the future? Today, the direction of the Earth has shifted towards light and goodness, and the dark side can no longer control humanity in the process occurring on Earth. And naturally, this does not suit those who built this matrix system, where each person obeys a matrix program and has no will of his own. Humanity, which supports the transition to a new system and longs for freedom and prosperity, must learn to work at new energy frequencies. People must learn to improve relationships between themselves and learn to rejoice and experience happiness and confidence. Only living emotions, living matrices, can return our planet to the path of development and preserve it as a whole. Humanity still has a lot of work and new changes ahead. The planet will experience various shocks, cataclysms, and destruction. All this is necessary, first of all, in order to cleanse Earth of the forces of evil and negativity. As for the new generation that will take part in building the new world, first of all, humanity needs to change its way of life, taking responsibility for your life and not just lie on the couch in front of a TV. And the second thing you need to do is change your character. Only a strong, freedom-loving person is able to accept external changes and let them into his life, just because civilization that still exists is a dead end. In it, 80% of humanity lives according to the laws of animals and in the animal world. This is a road to nowhere. And if we want to stay alive, then we need to do the following today: acquire qualities of people who will make up the new world. And we must learn, first of all, to create and be grateful to our planet. We don't have much time left, so we need to start changing our thoughts, views, and attitude towards the world right now. This is from Solask. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.